Okay, the flow for today is going to take us toward hurdler's pose, or Vinyasa 2. I'll call it hurdler just because it's easier to say. But that means this is definitely going to be a hip opener. So a lot of work on the inner thighs, definitely get the hamstrings quite a bit as well. And people call this the flying splits because if you're really, really open, it's basically just a horizontal split while you're balancing on your hands. I don't expect you to take it quite to that point, but that's a demonstration I have here before we begin. So once we get into the main part of the flow, every sequence is going to bring you to the front of the mat at the very end, and we're going to enter into hurdlers here from this almost all fours position. So you can have both hands down, one knee down on the floor, and then the other foot is going to be forward behind the wrist on the same side. Now to come into this, you're going to have to shift around a little bit. This very much depends on how long your limbs are in relation to your torso, so be ready to adjust and just wiggle around to find something that works. So with that foot that's stepped forward, you got to keep the heel lifted, keep the knee high outside the arm, and then think chaturanga with your arms. So you're going to bring your shoulders forward, pull the elbows toward each other underneath, and then lean away from the front leg. So my left foot's forward. I'm going to bring my ribs onto my right arm. The left leg goes on my left arm, and I got to lift the left foot. If you keep that foot on the floor, you're not going to go anywhere, keep in mind. And if you just want to stay here and just feel that hip opener on that front leg as it presses in the arm, this is good enough. Now, if you're going to take it into the arm balance, look forward. Think about holding cobra in the upper back. You're trying to pull your chest forward and keep looking forward. The tendency is to bring your head to the floor because it feels easy, but then you kind of get stuck. You're just going to be flopping around here like a fish that's been set on the ground, all right? There's nowhere to go from here. So you got to look forward, pull your chest forward, lean forward to lift the back leg. It's all physics from here to bring that back leg up. You can balance like this with the front knee bent. If you want to take it further, you can extend the front leg. And if I had a really open split, I'd be able to do this horizontally, but I cannot, and I don't expect most people to be able to do that. But work as best you can and see how far you can get into that pose. We're going to do a lot of warming up before we even get there. So just work it as best you can. Take it into there, try to hold that for at least a few breaths, and then we'll move to Vinyasa, and then we'll go through the next round. So just keep all that in mind. So to get this started, let's go ahead and start seated. And you can take this simple. So begin with a cross-legged seat. Bring the right leg in first, left leg in front, so we're all on the same page. And then just pick your hands up off the floor and see that you can actually sit upright without a whole lot of extra effort. So you should be able to bring your spine up tall, tilt your pelvis forward, and stay upright with just enough tension in your core to hold on to this. And if there's a tendency to round forward, or if your hips are tight, your knees are pretty high up off the floor, slide the feet forward a little bit and let the knees go wide. And this should make it easier to tilt your pelvis forward and stay upright. Now, on the other hand, if you want to take it further, you can start with more of a hip opener and bring this into double pigeon. So for that, you bring your left ankle up onto your right thigh and stay active here. So press the foot into your thigh, keep the toes curled. And even if the knee's high, you want any stretch to go in the outer hip. Make sure both sit bones are down either way, whatever position you're in. And then just bring your hands to the floor on either side, just enough to keep yourself propped up and stay upright. And then engage that tension to the midsection, pulling through the belly around the low ribs to stay tall. Relax your shoulders down, keep your neck nice and long. Pull your chin in just a little bit. And then just close your eyes. So just take a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much as you can. Fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. And then with the exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back up. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as the inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this to begin. When you're ready, here, take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just open your eyes. And then set your hands down behind you, lean back, and reverse the cross. Bring your left leg in first, right leg in front. And again, just a simple cross-legged seat is fine. You can always bring the feet forward, bring the knees wide, and if you're going to take double pigeon, it's going to be right ankle to your left thigh this time. And again, keep the toes curled. Either way, keep both sit bones down. And then take things slow. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, through center again. And then from here, reach out wide. And take an eagle bind. Right arm under, left arm over. Cross at the elbows, palms to touch thumbs toward your face. And if this is too much to get the palms together, do what works and reach to the shoulders. Now, either way, keep the arms squeezing. Pull the elbows toward your belly, around your spine. And then pull back up, elbows high, arms still squeezing. Again, elbows toward your belly, round in. And then lift up, keep squeezing the arms together. Pull the elbows down toward your belly one more time. And then lift back up one more time. Reach out wide, and let's take it the other way. Left arm under this time, right arm over. Cross at the elbows, palms to touch thumbs toward your face. And again, reach to the shoulders if you need to. As the arms squeeze, elbows toward your belly, round down. Keep squeezing. Lift the elbows up. Again, elbows toward your belly, round back down. And then lift this back up again. Elbows toward your belly, round your spine. And then lift back up one more time. And then go ahead, release this. Bring your hands down behind you. Undo the cross. And just bring your feet down to the floor, knees bent. Fold your knees side to side just to keep things loose. And then just bring this back into center. Now from here, let's take a version of Janu Shirshasana. Extend your right leg straight. Bend your left knee. Bring the sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh. I'm going to start to loosen up through the hips here to begin. So I want you to turn to the left. Left hand sets at your side. Right arm reaches in line with the right leg. And we're going to lift as we sweep this across. So with an inhale, sweep your right arm left. Lift your hips up off the floor. And then bring this all the way back down. Inhale, sweep the right arm left. Lift up again. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, sweep the right arm left, open up and stay lifted this time. Now bring the inside edge of the right foot to the floor, kick your left foot down, keep your glutes squeezing. Stretch your right arm long and just breathe. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring it all back down. Hands behind, lean back, take it the other way. Extend your left leg straight, bend the right knee, sole the right foot to your inner left thigh. And then turn toward the right knee. The right hand sets down at your side. Reach your left arm in line with your left leg. And let's go back and forth here. With an inhale, sweep the left arm right. Lift your hips up. And then with the exhale, come back down. Inhale, sweep across and lift again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, sweep the left arm right. Stay lifted this time. Now, inside of the left foot down. Kick that right foot into the floor. Keep your glutes squeezing. Stretch the left arm long and keep breathing. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, come all the way back down. And then once you're down, just go ahead, lean back, bend into both knees. We're going to set this up for reverse tabletop. Now, feet in front of you, about hips width distance apart, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width. Palms down, fingertips forward. If you can always rotate to the sides, right and left. We go ahead, push down, lift your seat up off the floor. And let's go up and down. With an inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink down low. Inhale, press your hips up high again. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift your hips. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press this up high. And then exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift your hips up, and this time stay lifted. Now you can look forward, look up, or hang your head back. But keep your glutes squeezing, keep the hips pressing up, dig into your heels. Try to pull them toward your hands to engage more tension to the back of your body. Keep breathing. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring it all the way back down. Take a moment, shake your hands out a little bit. Now I want to take it back up, and this time with a figure 4 variation. So just keep the feet hips width distance here to start. Hands behind the shoulders, whatever rotation you need. Lift your seat up off the floor. Now step your left foot to center. Bring the right ankle across your left thigh. Now curl the toes of the right foot. Keep the knee to the side. Keep the pressure with both legs pushing into each other. And then with an inhale, lift your hips up high. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift this up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press up one more time, hold here. Now again, you can have your gaze wherever you like. Keep your glutes squeezing. And even as you're pressing your hips up, push the right knee toward the floor. Keep breathing here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring it all down. Take a moment, shake your hands out a little bit. And of course, we got to do the other side too. So when you're ready, just set your hands behind you. Lift up off the floor. Bring the right foot to center. Left ankle crosses your right thigh this time. Curl the toes to the left foot. Keep the legs pressing into each other. With an inhale, lift your hips up high. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, press your hips up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up one more time and hold here. Now again, have your gaze wherever you like. Keep your glutes squeezing and still press your left knee toward the floor. Keep breathing. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring it back down. Once you're down, shake your hands out again. And then when you're ready, go across at the ankles, roll forward your hands. And we'll set this up for bridging. So knees out wider than your hips, like you're about to come into child's pose. Big toes point toward each other. Walk your hands back, bring yourself down to sitting on your heels. Now hands behind the shoulders, about shoulder width. Try to stay light and stay on the fingertips. Now keep in mind, to make this work, you need to kick into the floor. Be sure your glutes are squeezing as you press your hips up and forward. Otherwise, you're not going to get a whole lot out of this, all right? So fingertips on the floor. With an inhale, kick down, squeeze your glutes. Let your head fall back as you open up. And then sink all the way back down. Kick into the floor, squeeze your glutes, press the hips up and forward. And then bring it back down. Kick into the floor, lift up again, and then come back down. Kick into the floor, squeeze your glutes, press the hips forward, and then bring it back down. One more time, kick down, squeeze your glutes, now hold here. Now keep that tension with your feet pressing down, glutes are still engaged, and then hold your shape. Try to take it further, just hover your fingertips up off the floor. And I'll let you know whether you're engaging or not. All right, go ahead, bring it back down. Now from here, let's take it side to side. Left hand stays down. With an inhale, sweep your right arm left and open up. Exhale, come down. Set the right hand. Inhale, sweep your left arm right when you lift. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, sweep your right arm left. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, sweep your left arm right, open up. Exhale, come down. Inhale, sweep your right arm left one more time. Hold here. Now let your head fall back, stretch your right arm long, keep breathing. Glutes engaged, hips press forward. As you kick into the right foot, try to hover that right knee up off the floor. Keep breathing. And then bring it back down. When you're ready, with an inhale, sweep your left arm right. Hold here. Let your head fall back. Keep the hips pressed forward. Keep your glutes squeezing. Stretch the left arm long. As the left foot kicks down, try to hover that left knee up off the floor. And then bring it back down. Bring your hands forward, come into all fours. Move around. And just take a moment, stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let the shoulders and hips move side to side, wiggle around a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and take this into the wrists. So wrists beneath the shoulders and knees beneath the hips here to start. Now with your palms down, rotate your fingertips out to the side and then in toward your knees as far as you can go. Set your hands flat, spread the fingers wide, dig your fingertips down into the floor. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. And keep it lifted like this. Now maybe just circle your shoulders or your wrists, and that might be good enough. Keep that grip. And then if you can take it further, just come into center. Now your arms stay straight. Keep your belly pulled in. And then just take this through scapular push-ups. Now this is relatively subtle. So just sink your chest toward the floor. Let the shoulders squeeze toward the shoulder blades squeeze toward each other. And then press your spine up high so the shoulder blades spread apart. And just keep moving down and up like this. Now your belly stays pulled in, so you're not tipping your pelvis at all. This is different than cow and cat, keep in mind. You're just moving between the scapula. Now you can make this movement a little bit more circular if you got more freedom of motion. Your arms stay straight the whole time, no bend in the elbows. And if you want to take it further, if you're able, you can tuck your toes and do it from plank. Same movement in the upper body. Belly still pulled in, and just moving between the shoulder blades here. All right, if you lift the knees, bring them back down. And then come up onto the fingertips. Walk your hands in close, within about 1 or 2 hands lengths of your knees. Now flip your hands over, backs of the hands down, palms up, the fingertips point toward you. Spread your fingers wide, dig your fingertips down into the floor. And then just move side to side here. You can always bring the hands in closer if this gets too intense and keep most of the weight in your legs. Now if you can take it further, just come into center, keep your arms straight. And then one at a time. Rotate your right hand towards center as far as you can go, the palm still facing up. Left hand towards center as well. And then right hand out to the side, left hand out to the side. Take it as far as you can. Now just keep going back and forth with that rotation one hand at a time. And at each time you reset your hand, spread the fingers out wide, press the fingertips down, try to straighten your arm at least briefly. And just go at your own pace. And then the next time you've got both hands rotated toward the midline, hold that. Spread the fingers wide, keep your hands tense and planted like this. And then bend the elbows out wide, sink your chest down low. Press back up the straight arms. And just keep going back and forth like this. Keep the hands tense, keep them engaged. All right, and then the next time you come up to straight arms, just hold for a moment. And then come up onto your fingertips, down to sitting on your heels, and take a moment, shake your hands out. Loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. Now, once the hands are ready, come back to all fours. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're just going to take this into spinal balance from here. Now, just keep your chest facing down. Just look down at the floor. And keep in mind, you don't want to dip your head down. Keep your head in line with the rest of your spine. Extend forward to the crown of your head. Reach your right arm straight forward. Extend your left leg straight back and stretch out through the fingertips and toe tips. Just hold. Now, take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze an elbow to knee underneath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Now reach back with the right hand, find your left foot. Once you've got that grip kick into your hand, pull your shoulder forward, lift the knee up as high as you can, look forward, and grip the floor with your left hand. Keep your balance. Now you can stay here, but try to take it further. Bend the left elbow toward you. Maybe sink down a little bit. Maybe bring the elbow down to the floor, but then press back up the straight. Again, draw the elbow back, sink down to where you can, and then lift back up. Pull the elbow back, sink down low. Come back up the straight. 2 more times, pull the elbow in, sink down, and then lift back up. 1 more time, draw the elbow in, bring it down low. Lift back up, and then release. Come back to all fours. And just move around. Let's reset for the other side. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under your hips, look down. Reach forward with the crown of the head. And then left arm forward, this time right leg back. Just stretch it out long. Take an inhale here. Exhale, squeeze in elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. 1 more time. Now, with the left hand, reach back and find the right foot. Once you have that grip, kick into your hand, pull your shoulder forward, lift the knee up as high as you can, look forward, and grip the floor with the right hand. Now to take it further, bend that elbow in toward you, maybe come down a little bit, maybe all the way to the floor. Lift back up, keep the right knee high. Pull the elbow in, come down, and then lift back up again. Draw the elbow in, sink down low, and then lift back up. Bring the elbow in, sink down low, and then lift back up. 2 more times, draw the elbow in, sink down, and then come back up. 1 more time, pull the elbow in, bring it down to where you can, and then come back up, straight right on, and release, come back to all fours. And from all fours again, move around. Now just come back into center, wrists under the shoulders, knees under your hips, tuck the toes of both feet this time, and then hover your knees up off the floor. Now go ahead, sink your seat down to your heels, and we'll go back and forth from here. Right foot forward outside your right hand, and then sink back to your heels. Left foot outside the left hand, and then sink back down. Right foot up to the right again. Sink back to your heels. Left foot outside the left hand, and then sink back down. Now right foot outside the right hand this time. Lift your right hand, pull your left leg through. We're making it interesting. Pull back and sink back to your heels. And then left foot outside the left hand. Lift the left hand, pull your right leg through. Pull back, and then sink down. All right, right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back, and then sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back, sink down. Stay with me here. Right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back, sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back, sink down. Right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back, sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back, sink down. You don't have to talk while you do this. Right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back, sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back, sink down. Right foot forward, left leg through. Pull back, sink down. Left foot forward, right leg through. Pull back, sink down. And then just come back to all fours. Give yourself a moment, slow your breathing down. And then we're just going to take one more thing before we move on. So we're going to come close to that hurdler's setup. We're going to take this from a lopsided position. So I want you to bring your right forearm down to the floor and stay on your left hand. Right elbow to the side. Right hand moves into center, so that forearm's diagonal. Slide your left hand back. Stack the elbow above the wrist and keep the elbow pulled in. Now just keep your chest facing the floor. Put the weight to the right knee, hover the left. And then left knee out to the side. Lift it high and keep your toes pointed left. With an inhale, extend that leg straight back. Exhale, knee to left shoulder, bring it in close. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder. Inhale the left leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder one more time. Now keep that leg forward and push it down into your left arm. And let that work that stretch into the inner thigh. This is good enough. Now if you can take things further, keep your chest facing down. Tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee, bring your body into line. And then as you hold this, keep that pressure on the left side. Now as best you can, sink the right hip down to the floor. Lift back up, bring your body in line. Sink the right hip down for 2, and then lift back up. Right hip down for 3, lift back up again. Right hip down for 4, and then lift back up. Right hip down for 5, lift up one more time, and then come into all fours. And give yourself a moment here, move around. And of course, we got to do the other side before we move on. So when you're ready, bring yourself down to the left forearm this time. Stay on the right hand. Left elbow to the side, left hand moves into center. Right hand back, elbow above the wrist, keep the elbow pulled in. Put the weight to your left knee, hover the right. And then right to the side, lift it up high, keep your toes pointed right. With an inhale, extend that leg back. Exhale, knee to right shoulder, bring it in close. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder. Inhale the right leg back. Exhale, knee to shoulder. Now keep that leg forward and press it down into your right arm. Keep your chest facing the floor. You can just stay here. If you want to go further, tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee, keep your body in line, and keep the right leg pressing down. And then sink your left hip toward the floor. Lift back up. Left hip down for 2. Lift back up. Left hip down for 3. Lift up again. Left hip down for 4. And then lift back up. Left hip down for 5. Lift up one more time. And then bring the knees down. Come up to all fours. And give yourself a moment here. Move around. Now you can stay here, breathe, take a little break, take another stretch before we move on, whatever you like. But when you're ready, go ahead, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and find your down dog. Now as you settle into position, take a look at the setup. Hand shoulder width. Spread your fingers wide, press your palms flat so you can feel weight toward the base of your thumbs. Keep your hands grounded. Press into the floor. Reach your hips up as high as you can toward the ceiling. Now as you're reaching long here through the hips, draw into the belly, round the low ribs to try to lengthen your spine. And keep that tension in your core. Now if your legs are tight, let that tension go. You can always bend your knees. Maybe pedal out, move your hips side to side. When you're ready, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step to the front, take a ragdoll fold. Now feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend of the knees, let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round, and let everything go long and loose here, let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor, you can reach to opposite elbows if you like, and maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then once you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin, but restack your spine. Round this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe. Set an intention. Let your mind clear. Find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with the straight spine. Put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly. And then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift it up halfway. Fingertips to the floor, to the shins. Lengthen forward to the crown of your head. And with the exhale, bring your hands to the mat and let's step it back to high plank. Find your shape. Wrist the shoulders, palms pressed down. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and keep that lift. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides. Lower with control, all the way down into your belly. Now once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. Let's take it up and down through low cobra. With an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time and stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in the upper body. Press into your feet, squeeze your glutes. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, draw the shoulders back, keep looking forward. And then work to lift it up a little bit higher still. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides, press the palms to the floor. And let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active and lift your knees up to the mat. Take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes, pull the hips forward and deepen the arc through the front. Lift with the arms, but lift with your shoulders. Keep your neck long, keep your chest pulling forward. Deep inhale. And with the exhale, pull your belly, hips up high to down dog. Pedal out for a moment here, let your hips move side to side. And now let's take it to the sun salutations here. Steady movement. Take a deep inhale. Now with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step or float to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach the arms up high. And then with the exhale, fold all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the mat. Chaturanga's next. High plank to low. With an inhale, open up your chest, lift your gaze up, dog or cobra. And with the exhale, pull your belly in, hips high to down dog. Now 2 more rounds like that. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold it back down. Inhale to standing, reach up high. And with the exhale, bring it back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the floor, high plank to lows next. With an inhale, open up, pull forward. Exhale, draw back in, and bring your hips up. One last time, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach up high. Exhale, all the way back down again. Inhale, half lift here. And then with the exhale, set the hands. Chaturanga. With an inhale, open up, pull this forward. Exhale, draw it back in. Bring your hips back up. And just pedal out and breathe here. Now from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And then bend the right knee, hang your right foot left open to your scorpion dog. Work the twist and stack your hips. With an inhale, straighten your right leg, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, just bring that foot down to the floor. We'll take the other side. Inhale your left leg high. Now bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, scorpion on this side, stack your hips here. With an inhale, straighten your left leg, three-legged dog, hold. Now reach the left big toe, keep that leg straight, tense up the thigh, lock the knee, feel it in the glutes. Look forward toward your hands, and then bend your right knee, just let the hips move straight up and down. Now high or low, we're going to hop forward and back from here with the left leg high. Keep it straight the whole time. So press into your right foot, hop this forward, and then press into your right foot, hop it back. Press into the right foot, hop forward. Press into the right foot, hop it back. Press into the right foot, hop forward. And stay forward. Left foot comes down between your hands. That's your base. Right knee to your chest. Take hold of your right knee. And let's come up all the way to standing. Now dig the left big toe down into the floor. Slow your breathing down. And then once you're stable, hands to your hips. Take this into a figure four. Right ankle crosses your left thigh. Now curl the toes of the right foot. Sink into the stance. Keep the legs pressing together. And as you look forward, just reach the arms straight forward. Now just moving from the upper body. Take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, just reach the arms behind. Keep your balance. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, reach behind. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, reach behind. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, reach it back one more time. Stay here with your chest still open. Ooh, let's see if I can balance. And then bring both hands to your low back. Palms open, fingers wide, shoulders pulled back. Keep the elbows wide. And maybe sink further into your figure four. Keep looking forward, keep breathing, keep your chest open. Now, with your next inhale, bring yourself upright, right knee lifted. And then to set the right foot down, that'll be the base. Come to standing with your left knee high. Now once you're stable here, just keep that right big toe grounded, put a little bend in the right knee. We're going to go back and forth hinging from here to a warrior three. So hinge from the right hip, extend your left leg straight back, bring everything lifted into line, and maybe come down toward halfway. Just take it away you can. Go slow, hinge back up the vertical. With your left knee lifted, keep your chest open. Hinge from the right hip, left leg back, bring everything lifted into line, take it the way you can. And then back up the vertical with your left knee high. Now one more time, hinge from the right hip, left leg back. Now bring yourself as close to parallel as you can. Feel that stretch on the back of the right thigh. Lower the left hip, keep your hips squared, keep your gaze forward, and keep breathing. Take an inhale. With the exhale, release both hands down, left foot down behind your low lunge. Take it lower, left knee down, left foot flat behind. Now sink your hips down, press them forward. Anjaneyasana here. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach this up and back, gaze up high, and let your hips sink low to the front of the mat. Now just give yourself a moment to settle in, keep breathing, and just find all that length from the left knee through to the shoulders. Now as you hold your shape, bring your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open, keep your gaze up. And just take it further, working with your right leg. So press into your right foot, lean this further back, keep your chest open. Bend deep into the right knee, sink down and forward. Again, press into the right foot, lean this further back. Bend deep into the right knee, sink down and forward. One more time, press into the right foot, lean back and hold here. Now keep your shoulders pulled back, kick your left foot down, keep your glutes squeezing, hips pressing forward still. And then with an inhale, just bring your torso upright. Everything stacks to vertical from the left knee on up. Hands still behind your head. Keep the shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open. And we're going to take this into a half split setup. So lift the toes of the right foot, straighten the leg. Dig the right heel down, rotate that big toe toward your midline. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. And then tip your pelvis forward a little bit. Keep that arch in your low back. Now we're going to fold from here. You're not going to take this deep, keep in mind. You're just looking for that stretch, that sensation on the back of the right thigh. So hinge from the hips. Keep your gaze forward. Just bring yourself forward over that right leg. And then lift back up the vertical. Again, dig into the right heel. Hinge forward. Keep looking forward. Keep your chest open. And then bring yourself back upright again. One more time, hinge from the hips, come forward, hold here. Now try to keep the arch in your low back. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. If you got to bend that right knee, go ahead. But keep looking forward and keep breathing. I know it's a trick to balance this here, but just hold. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release both hands down around the right leg. Now bend the right knee, set the right foot flat. And then the right foot's your base. Pull the left knee to chest, curl everything in. Now keep this low. Look toward the back of the mat. Crown of the head points down toward the floor. Point the left big toe toward the ceiling. And we're going to go back and forth, trying to get as vertical as possible here. So reach your left leg straight up toward the ceiling. And then curl back in. Left leg up high. Curl back in. Left leg high. Curl this back in again. Left leg up one more time. And then curl back in. Now lean onto your left hand. With the right hand, reach for your left foot. Once you've got that grip, work the bind. Pull the right shoulder down, kick into the right hand, try to point that left knee toward the ceiling, and point the crown of the head down toward the floor. So work the bind as best you can. Try to get as vertical as possible here, even though I know it's kind of cramped. Keep breathing. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just release. Bring both hands down. Bring the left knee down to the floor. And this is going to put us in that almost all fours position. So the hands are shoulder width. Right foot behind the right wrist. Now lift the right heel. Keep it high. Keep the knee high outside the arm. And then look forward. Now think chaturanga here. Shoulders forward. Pull the elbows toward each other underneath. Ribs go to your left arm. Right leg to the right arm. Lift the right foot. Now keep looking forward. And then pull your chest forward and lean to lift the left leg. This might be enough. If you want to go further, you can extend the right leg as well. And then when you're ready, take it through your vinyasa. Once you find it down dog, move around and breathe. All right, we'll take the other side. With your next inhale, raise your left leg high behind you. Bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, scorpion dog, work the twist. Inhale, straighten your left leg through like a dog. With the exhale, bring the foot down to the floor. Now inhale your right leg high. Bend the right knee, hang the right foot left, scorpion on this side. Work that twist, stack your hips. With an inhale, straighten the right leg through like a dog, hold this. Now keep the right leg straight, tense at the thigh, lock the knee, point through the big toe. Keep the glutes engaged on the right side. Look toward your hands, bend your left knee, just feel the hips move up and down. And then high or low, press off the left foot, hop forward. Press into the left foot, hop back. Right leg straight, press into the left foot, hop forward. Press into your left foot, hop this back. Now press into the left foot, hop forward one more time, stay forward. Right foot down between your hands, that's the base, left knee to your chest. Take hold of your left knee and round all the way up to vertical. Now slow your breathing down, find your balance. When you're ready, hands to your hips. And find that figure 4, left ankle across the right thigh this time to sink down into your stance. Now as you look forward, reach your arms straight forward. And just moving from the upper body, take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, just reach behind, stay balanced. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, reaches back. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, reach behind. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, reach behind one more time, stay here. Now bring both hands to the low back, palms open, fingers wide, shoulders back, elbows wide. Keep your chest open. And maybe sink further into your figure 4. Keep looking forward. Now with an inhale, straighten your right leg, lift your left knee. And let's switch it out. Left foot's going to be the base. Come to standing with your right knee high. Find your balance here. And then we'll go back and forth, hinging from this to your warrior 3. Now keep a little bend in your left knee. Hinge from left hip, extend the right leg straight back. Bring your lifted body into line. And come down toward halfway. Just take it away you can. Hinge back up the vertical, move slow. With the right knee lifted. Again, hinge from left hip, right leg straight back, chest open, look forward the whole time. Bring it down to where you can. And then hinge back up the vertical with your right knee high. One more time. Hinge from left hip, right leg back, keep your chest open, keep your gaze forward, try to lower that right hip, be sure your hips are squared, keep breathing. Look for some of that stretch on the back of the left thigh. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down, right foot down behind your low lunge. Take it lower, right knee down, right foot flat behind. Sink your hips down, press forward. When you're ready to open up with an inhale, reach the arms up and back, gaze up high, and let your hips sink down low to the front. Just breathe here. Now as you hold your shape, just bring your hands behind your head again. Interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back, chest open. Keep looking toward the ceiling. And just work it with your left leg. Press into your left foot, lean this further back. And then bend deep into your left knee, sink down and forward. Press into your left foot, lean this further back. Bend deep into your left knee, sink down and forward. Press into the left foot, lean this further back, hold here. Keep your chest open, right foot kicking down, keep your glutes squeezing. With an inhale, just bring your torso upright and look forward. Everything to vertical from the right knee up this time. Now, once you're ready, just move to that half split stance. So lift the toes of your left foot, slide that heel forward, left leg straight, dig the heel down, pull the hip back, rotate the big toe toward the midline. Now again, keep your chest open, try to push that arch in your low back and maintain it as best you can. And then hinge from the hips, just come forward to feel that stretch on the back of the left thigh. You don't have to go deep. And then bring yourself back upright, keep your chest open. Again, hinge from the hips, dig into your left heel, keep looking forward. And then bring yourself back upright again. One more time, hinge from the hips and just come forward to where you can hold. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward, shoulders pull back. You can bend that left knee if you need to, as long as you still feel that stretch on the back of the left thigh. Just breathe into it. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, both hands down around the left leg. Bend the left knee, set your left foot flat, and then left foot's your base. Draw the right knee to your chest, curl everything in. Now stay low here. Look toward the back of the mat. Crown of the head points toward the floor. Right big toe points up to the ceiling. And then back and forth here. When you're ready, reach that right foot up as high as you can go. And then pull the knee back in. Right leg up high. And then curl back in. Right leg high again. Curl back in. Right leg up high.
And then curl in one more time. Now lean on to the right hand. Left hand reaches for your right foot. Once you have that grip, kick into your hand. Pull the left shoulder down. Try to point the right knee toward the ceiling. Reach the crown of the head toward the floor. And again, as you work that bind, try to make your body as vertical as possible here. Keep the tension. Keep breathing. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down. Right knee comes down to the floor. And back to that almost all fours setup here. So hands are shoulder width, left foot behind your left wrist. Lift your left heel. Keep the knee high outside the shoulder. Now look forward. Think chaturanga. Shoulders forward. Pull the elbows toward each other underneath. Ribs to your right arm. Left leg to your left arm. Lift the left foot. Keep leaning forward to lift the right leg up as well. And take it to where you can. Maybe extend through that left leg. Again, try to pull your chest forward. Think cobra in the upper back so you can keep your face up off the floor. So you don't have to go licking the floor. When you're ready, take another vinyasa. All right, let's take the next sequence. With your next inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. Bend the right knee, hang your right foot left, scorpion dog, stack your hips. Inhale, straighten this out, three-legged dog. And with the exhale, bring the foot down to the floor. Inhale your left leg high. Bend the left knee, hang the left foot right, scorpion on this side. Inhale, straighten this out, come into your three-legged dog and hold. Keep that leg straight, reach for the big toe, tense up the thigh, lock the knee, feel it in the glutes. Look toward your hands, bend the right knee, just move your hips straight up and down. Back and forth, press into the right foot, hop forward. Press into the right foot, hop this back. Press into the right foot, hop forward. Press into the right foot and hop back. Press into the right foot, hop forward one more time. Left foot down between your hands, that's the base, right knee to your chest. Take hold of your right knee, come all the way up. And then once you're up, just breathe. Now when you're ready, hands to your hips. And let's take it to dancer. Line the right knee up with the left. Reach back with the right hand, find the inside edge of your right foot. Once you've got that grip, line up your knees, and then reach your left arm high, palm forward. Now kick into the right hand, hinge forward from the tension of the kick. Pull the right shoulder forward, keep your gaze forward, keep breathing here. And just take this as low as you can control. Keep your balance. All right, with an inhale, slowly come back up, right hands to your hips, right knee lifted. Now bring your hands to your low back. Interlace the fingers, pull the palms toward each other, open up your chest. And then switch feet. Right foot will be the base, come to standing with the left knee high. Now once you got your balance here, back and forth to that warrior three. Put a little bend the right knee. And then hinge from the right hip, extend your left leg back, keep your chest open, come down to where you can. And then back up the vertical, left knee high. Again, hinge from the right hip. Bring your body into line and come down to where you can. Keep your hips squared. Back up the vertical with your left knee lifted. One more time, hinge from the right hip. Extend the left leg back, keep your chest open, try to keep looking forward. Just breathe here and hold. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down, left foot down behind your low lunge. Now we're going to take a lizard lunge variation. So walk the right foot toward the upper right corner of the mat. Ankle past the knee a little bit. Both hands down inside the right leg. Now keep the right foot flat. Keep the right thigh squeezing into your side. And then come down low. Bring yourself down onto your forearms. Now keep the right thigh squeezing in. This could be plenty. You can drop the left knee, but keep it lifted if you can. Now if you can take it further, reach your arms out wide, right and left. Right arm under the right leg. And if you want to go further still, you can bind it. You can wrap the right arm around the right leg. Left hand comes around to complete the grip. Keep your chest facing down. Keep the right thigh squeezing in, whatever version you take. And keep breathing here. All right, now take an inhale. With the exhale, come back up onto both hands. Now once you're on your hands, just make a quarter turn to the left. And we're going to take a version of Skandasana here. So bend the right knee completely, sit on the right heel. Left leg extends toward the back of the mat, heel down, toes pointed up. Now we're going to take it back and forth here just to warm up the hips. So stay low. Bring your hands toward the center of the mat. Keep your chest facing down. And work to keep your hips low to the floor as we move back and forth. So come through center, sink over the left side. Right leg straightens out, point the toes up. And then switch us out, sink down, over to the right. Back through center, over the left side again, stay low. And then bring it through center, sink down, over to the right. Now one more time through center, bring it over to the left side and hold here. Now you can just fold down, maybe bring your forearms to the floor. You can slide that right heel further out. Good enough. Stay low inside your left thigh. If you want to go deeper, you can try to set that left heel flat. Still stay low inside the thigh. And if you want to take a bind, you can wrap your arms around the left leg. I can't actually demonstrate that without falling down, so I'll just leave that up to you if you want to go there. So just take it to where you can. Stay low inside the left thigh and keep breathing. All right, everybody, take an inhale. Now the exhale, both hands down. Left foot sets up parallel to the short edge of the mat. Pull the right knee to your chest and curl everything in. And then just slowly bring yourself up to standing here, right knee high. Now once you're stable, just keep that left big toe pressing down. Left hand to your hip, draw the right knee out to the side. This could be a pose. You can stay right here. If you want to go further, left arm down to your side, 45 degrees. Now maybe look down the length of the left arm. You can lean this left and lift the right knee up higher. If you want to go further, you can reach inside the right leg, find the big toe. Maybe pull the knee up higher, and maybe extend the leg further to the side. You're still leaning out of the way. Now slowly from here, just bring yourself upright. Hands to your hips, right knee out to the side. Go ahead, step the right foot to the front of the mat. Both hands down. And pull the left knee to your chest, curl everything in. Now again here, crown of the head points toward the floor. Look toward the back of the mat. Point your left big toe toward the ceiling. And then back and forth. Reach that left leg up as high as you can. And then curl back in. Left leg high. Curl back in. Left leg up again. Curl in tight. Left leg up one more time. And then curl back in. Now lean onto the right hand. With your left hand, reach for your left foot. Once you've got that grip, kick into your hand, try to point the knee up, pull your left shoulder down, and this is open hip. The deeper you go, the more everything's going to open up to your left side. Take it to where you can, try to get as vertical as you can here. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down, bring your left knee down to the floor. And we're back in that almost all fours position here. So hands shoulder width, right foot behind the right wrist. Lift the right heel, keep the knee high outside your arm. Look forward, shoulders forward, pull the elbows underneath. Ribs to your left arm, right leg to the right arm, lift your right foot. Now keep leaning forward, pull your chest forward, lift the left leg. Maybe extend through the right leg as well. And then take it to your Vinyasa when you're ready. All right, let's even out the other side. When you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high behind you. Bend your left knee, hang the left foot right, open up the hips. With an inhale, straighten that left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the foot down to the floor. Inhale your right leg high. Bend the right knee, hang the right foot left, scorpion on this side, stack the hips. Inhale, straighten this out, three-legged dog, square the hips up. Reach for the right big toe, tense up the thigh, keep the knee locked, keep the leg straight, feel it in the glutes. Look toward your hands, bend your left knee, move your hips straight up and down. And then press into your left foot, hop forward. Press into the left foot, hop this back. Press into your left foot, hop forward. Press into the left foot, hop back. Press into the left foot, hop forward one more time. And then step the right foot down between your hands. That'll be the base, left knee to your chest. Take hold of the left knee, come up all the way. Now slow your breathing down, dig the right big toe into the floor. Hands to your hips when you're ready, and let's take it into dancer. Line the left knee up with the right this time. Reach with your left hand, find the inside edge of the left foot. Once you've got that grip, just line up the knees. And then right arm high, palm forward. Kick into the left hand, lean against the tension of the kick. Pull your left shoulder forward, keep your gaze forward. And just take it as low as you can control. All right, slowly with an inhale, bring yourself upright. Hands to your hips, left knee lifted. Now bring your hands to your low back. Interlace the fingers, find the interlace feels strange. Pull the shoulders back. And then switch feet. Left foot will be the base, come to standing with the right knee lifted. Now from here, back and forth to that warrior three. A little bend the left knee. Hinge from your left hip, extend the right leg back. Hinge down toward halfway. Keep your gaze forward, keep your chest open. And then bring it back up the vertical with your right knee lifted. Again, hinge from left hip, right leg back, bring your body into line, take it low to where you can hold. And then back up the vertical with the right knee high. One more time, hinge from left hip, right leg back. And find your warrior three. Come as close as you can to parallel, lower the right hip, keep your hips squared, keep looking forward, keep your chest open. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down, right foot down behind you, low lunge. Lizard lunge, both hands inside the left leg, left foot toward the upper left corner. Make sure the ankle's forward the knee at least a little bit. Now keep the foot flat, keep the left thigh pulled in, and then come down low. So bring it down to the forearms. Just keep your chest facing down, left leg squeezes toward the side. You can drop the right knee, keep it lifted if you can. If you're going to go further, you can reach wide, right and left arm under your left leg. If you're going to bind it, left arm around the left thigh. Right hand comes around to complete the grip. Still with the left thigh pulled in, still with your chest facing down. Try to keep it low and keep breathing here. Take an inhale. Now the exhale, just come back up onto both hands. Now once you're on your hands, make a quarter turn to the right. Lift your left heel, bend the left knee completely. So sit on that left heel, come to Skandasana. Right leg extends toward the back, heel down, toes up. Walk the hands toward the center of the mat. And then keep your chest facing down. Try to keep this low as we switch back and forth. So come through center, sink over the right, keep your hips down low. And then back through center, sink deep over to the left. Through center, come over to your right side again. And then back through center over to the left. Bring it through center, sink over to the right one more time. Now stay low here. Now maybe just fold deeper. You can bring your forearms down. Maybe slide your left heel further out. Stay low inside the right thigh. If you can take it deeper, keep it low, but maybe drop the right heel flat. And you can always bind the right leg, but just take it the way you like here. All right, everybody take an inhale. And with the exhale, come down onto your hands. Now with your hands on the floor, right foot squares up with the short side of the mat. Pull the left knee to your chest, curl in. Take hold of your knee and bring this up all the way. Now just go slow, so you're breathing down. When you're ready, right hand to the right hip, left hand pulls your knee out to the side. Good enough here, but if you're going to go further, reach your right arm down about 45 degrees. Maybe look down the right arm and start to lean right and lift your left knee. If you want to take it further, left arm inside the left leg, find the big toe. You can pull the knee up higher or extend the leg further, still leaning. Still balancing here. Bring yourself back up, right hands to your hips, left knee out to the side. Step your left foot forward, bring both hands down, and right knee to your chest, curl everything in, stay low. Crown of the head toward the floor, look toward the back of the mat, point the right big toe up toward the ceiling. Back and forth, extend the right leg straight up, high as you can, and then curl back in. Right leg high, and then curl back in. Right leg high, curl this in again. Right leg up one more time, and then curl back in. Now lean on to your left hand, right hand reaches for the right foot. Once you've got that grip, kick into your hand, pull the shoulder down. Try to lift the right knee toward the ceiling, reach the crown of the head toward the floor, let your body open up to the right the deeper you go. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down, right knee comes down to the floor. And one more time to set up for hurdlers. So hand shoulder width, left foot behind your left wrist, lift the left heel, keep the knee high outside the arm, look forward. Now bring your shoulders forward, pull the elbows underneath. Ribs to your right arm, left leg to your left arm, lift the left foot. Keep leaning forward and bring that right foot up off the floor. Maybe extend through the left leg. And then when you're ready, take it through one more vinyasa. All right, from your down dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring it into half pigeon. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now go bring your left knee down, left foot flat behind. Pull that hip forward and keep the hips squared toward the front. Let your hips sink straight down. Now look for at least some of that stretch on the right side, outer hip or toward the glutes. And then you can take this to wherever you like. Maybe stay extended like this. Maybe go further toward the back bend. You can melt down to the elbows. You can take it down all the way. Just take it to where you like and breathe here. All right, now from here, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. We're going to take another pose. Once your hands are close enough, pull your belly in, back your hips up over your left knee. Step the right foot down between your hands. We're coming back into that half split. So belly to the right thigh, keep that contact. Walk the right foot forward, and whenever you're ready, dig the right heel down, point the toes up toward the ceiling. Pull the right hip back, square it with the left. And maybe the stretch is good enough here. Just breathe into it on the back of the right thigh. Now, if you want to go further, you can move toward that full split. You can tuck the toes left foot, lift the knee, and let your hips sink down. Now, if you're going to take it toward the full split, still keep the hip squared. Left hip forward, right hip back. If you want to emphasize the stretch on the hamstrings on the right, keep the forward fold. And if you want to bring more of it into the hip flexors on the left, bring yourself toward upright. But keep that left hip pulling forward, even though I know it's easier just to open to the left. All right, if you took it toward the full split, come back to the half split. Left knee under your hips. And then from the half split, both knees down, come into all fours. When you're ready, tuck your toes, lift your knees, hips high, back to down dog. And then on the other side, with an inhale, raise your left leg high. With the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle somewhere behind the right. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Pull that hip forward, keep your hips square to the front. And to sink your weight straight down, look for some of that stretch on the left, outer hip or toward the glutes. Now you can stay upright like this. You can go toward the back bend and take it deeper. You can melt down to the floor. Take it to where you like. All right, again here, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. And then pull your belly in, back the hips up over the right knee this time. Left foot between your hands. Now belly to your left thigh, just keep that contact to start. Walk your left foot forward. Whenever you're ready, dig down into the left heel, point the toes up, pull that left hip back, and look for the stretch on the back of the left thigh. You don't have to make it look deep as long as you feel the stretch. Now, if you want to take it further, you can tuck the toes to the right foot and lift the right knee. Let your hips sink down, but keep that right hip pulling forward. Now, maybe take the deepest stretch on the hamstrings on the left side and keep the forward fold. Maybe lift up and bring more of that stretch to the hip flexors on the right, but still, right hip forward, left hip back. And just take it to where you can here.
All right, from the full split, bring it into the half split, right knee under your hips. And then everybody bring this into all fours with both knees down. Now bring your legs out from underneath you and come down onto your back. Once you're down, pull the knees in and just squeeze everything down to the floor. Now I'm going to take a supine twist variation here. So bring the left foot to the floor and cross your right leg tightly over the left. So like an eagle bind, keep your legs squeezing together. Arms out wide, right and left. Now tuck your left hip underneath, bring the knees down to the left side. Let the left leg push the right leg down. And find the stretch in the outer right hip toward your low back. Now if you need more, you can use your left hand to press the knees further down until you can feel that twist. But just breathe into it here. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, release this. Bring your knees back up to center. And then just reverse the cross. Right foot to the floor, left leg tightly squeezing over the right. When you're ready, tuck the right hip underneath. Bring the knees down to the right side. And look over to the left. Make sure your shoulders are still down. Use the right leg to push the left leg toward the floor. The stretch moves from the outer left hip toward your low back. If you need more, you can use the right hand to press the knees further down, but just take it to where you need to here and keep your legs squeezing together. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, release this. Bring your legs back to center, uncross. And then pull your knees into your chest side by side. And let's take happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees and pull down. Draw the knees toward the floor outside your ribs. Press the feet up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working up and down. Flatten your spine. If you're going to go further, you can rock a little bit side to side. If you want to take it further still, you can start to extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, when you're ready, take a deep inhale here, draw down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release, extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And then just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat. And then let yourself move again bit by bit here, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And then draw it all back in, bring the elbows toward your chest. Pull your knees up as well. And just find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. And then bring your hands up the heart center. Now take a deep inhale. Hold on to at the top. And then just let everything go. Now thank you for joining class. Namaste.